Okay, today we're doing a deep dive into Manus 1.5. That's the AI agent from the Chinese startup Butterfly Effect. Big claims being made here.
Huge claims. They're saying it's the most capable autonomous agent out there, like 4 times faster than competitors building full web apps just by talking to it.
Right, so our job here is to look in the sources, MIT Tech Review, TechRAR, and figure out what's real. Is this genuine autonomy or maybe just very advanced automation? We want to give you the quick reality check.
Exactly. Because the core idea they're hanging their hat on is quite different.
Yeah, let's talk about that core innovation, the architecture.
It's this asynchronous operation. That's the key bit. It means essentially you don't have to constantly supervise it in real time.
So you give it a complex goal.
Right, something big, multi-step. Then you can just, bolt disconnect. Manus supposedly breaks that bowl down into smaller tasks and just gets on with it independently. You come back later to the finished product.
And that ability to work without constant input, that's the structural shift they claim, enables this autonomy.
Precisely. And the performance metrics, they seem to back up the speed aspect, at least.
Yeah, the numbers are pretty dramatic for version 1.5. Average task time went from, 15 minutes?
Down to under 4 minutes. That's a huge drop. Plus, they're reporting a 15% boost in quality and a 6% rise in user satisfaction.
The speed's there then. But you said reality check, so the autonomy, it's not quite perfect.
Not quite. MIT Tech Review had a great analogy. They called it a capable intern. Smart, fast, but definitely needs management, needs oversight.
Okay, but if it's so much faster, why the need for so much oversight? Doesn't speed compensate for, needing a bit of hand-holding?
You'd think so, but the testing showed some interesting flaws in its, let's say, judgment. There was this one example, compiling a list of 50 award nominees.
Right.
Initially, Manus, the report said it got lazy, only delivered 5 names, just 5.
Oh, okay.
But when they pushed it, asked for consistency, then it produced a much better list, around 30 names. So it knew it was cutting corners, in a way.
That's fascinating. It shows some level of self-awareness, or at least awareness of the requirement, but it defaulted to the easier path first. And there were issues with literal interpretation, too.
Exactly. That came up in an apartment search task. The user asked for places with outdoor space.
Straightforward.
But Manus took it so literally, it only included properties with actual private terraces, ignored balconies, shared yards, everything else.
So a human had to step in and say, no, I mean any kind of outdoor space.
Precisely. Which really underscores that it's more like collaborative assistance right now. It's not true fire and forget automation where you can just trust it blindly.
Got it. But despite needing that human judgment, the web development side, that sounds genuinely groundbreaking, not just simple landing pages.
Oh, absolutely. This is probably its killer feature right now. We're talking full stack scaffolding.
Meaning it builds the whole structure, front end, back end.
Yep. The user interface you see, the servers running behind the scenes, user authentication, databases, the works. And critically, it can apparently test the application it just built, find its own bugs, and then fix them.
Without human intervention.
That's the claim. If true, that is a massive accelerator for development workflows. Huge.
Okay, that sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the caveats. It is still in beta, right? What are the limitations people need to know about?
Oh, yeah, major limitations. Beta software reality bites. Servers crash when too many people use it. Sometimes the system gets stuck in a loop, just repeating a task endlessly.
Does that cost the user?
They say credits get refunded for those errors, which is good, but it wastes time. And then there's accessibility, or rather, lack of it.
How hard is it to get access?
Extremely. They have something like 186,000 people on the Discord waitlist, but reportedly only 1% actually get in. Tiny fraction.
Wow. So definitely not a tool for the masses yet.
Yeah.
But how does the pricing compare for those lucky few? You mentioned other specialized agents can be pricey.
It's surprisingly reasonable, actually. Around $2 per task, they say, which is way cheaper than some competitors charging like 10 times that for similar deep research tasks.
So TechRAR's conclusion was?
Pretty smart, I think. They position Manus as excellent for very specific users, researchers, maybe designers, people needing deep, complex analysis done. But for your average user doing everyday tasks, asking simple questions, stick with ChatGPT or similar tools for now. They're still better suited for that.
Right. So wrapping this up for you, the listener, Manus 1.5 represents real innovation, especially that independent workflow idea. But it's not magic. Think of it as that capable intern, powerful, fast, but needs clear direction and oversight not an infallible employee working unseen.
And that actually leads to a really interesting question to leave you with. If an AI like Manus can already start fixing its own code and seems
Yeah.
to learn when it's cutting corners,
Hmm.
what's the next real benchmark for autonomy? It's maybe not just about speed or quality anymore, is it? What defines that next level of independent intelligence? Something to think about.